Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is tutorial series number 23 here in Maharlikans code. Okay, we will continue again guys with our sub-series here. This is what we call the Yabi series. This is still part of our bigger topic here, bigger discussions regarding this Golang Web Development Series. Right now we need to continue guys our users registration as a brief introduction again about this Yabi series. This is a complete users authentication system that we are building it from scratch using Golang Web Programming Language. Golang Programming Language, of course, we are using the WebAssembly here, and then let us continue again this discussion guys, because this one is we're about to create a new user, of course, with the MySQL database. So we already created the database in our previous discussion, and we are about to create the API which is to cater this users registration. So our end goal for this one is we need to this Yabi package, we call it the Yabi package. We will publish this on our GitHub there, in our IT Republic GitHub, and then so that we can reuse this whenever we have a new project, so that we will not be redoing every time we have a new project. There is always especially the web development is always have this users authentication system. Okay, so we will dive into this tutorial guys. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is what we have done earlier in our previous discussion guys. We have successfully created our WASM here, our WebAssembly. In this case, we have this API called the users registration here, but we don't create it yet. At the moment, now we need to continue creating this users registration guys. This one will be inserting a new user from our MySQL database here. This is what we have done early on. We have successfully created this our Yabi user table here in our database Maharlikans code. Right now we have some very generic users, what they call this users information, like the username, password, email, first name, all these things guys. So these are all the things that we need to insert into this table every time there is a users registration there. So at the moment we need to fill up, we don't have the data yet, so we need to create this API called this register API, so with the post method. Okay guys, so we need to, I think we need to copy for this type. Okay, so I just what do you call, copy at the moment guys, so we can fast track our tutorial here. Okay, so we will be creating this what is the name there, this is the exact name. So we will be creating this register user endpoint. Okay, so this is to register. Okay, we just put some information guys. It's to register new user. Okay, like that. Okay, so we will these are all the standard headers guys, so we just skip for a while, we don't talk about it. It's just like an elephant in the room. Okay, just kidding. We don't this one is done, we have already done previously guys. It's like an elephant already there guys, so just sit there and just leave it there guys. Okay, so these are all the things. These are all the standard also. This is also called an elephant in the room. Okay, there is a username, password. Okay, maybe we will since we have some information for our username, password there, so we already pass on all the payload here username, all these things, guys. So we need to copy all these things. So okay, maybe okay, I just paste here, guys. So because we need to copy paste, we don't want to get all this from the other tab. So okay, so probably this one I'll put down. Okay, so we have username here. So the username, ensure that it's it should match, guys. This one is our local variable, so don't bother about this. This is our local variable name. This is the most important part because we already have this payload here. We need to be exact all these things, guys. So remember, again, these are all strings, guys. As you notice that there is a boolean value here, although it's true or false, but we need to translate everything in our payload as all strings. Okay, so we will continue on. Remember always, guys, this one all strings. Okay, later then we will convert it here. So username we already pass on. The email, okay, so this would be the email as well. And then the password, okay, then confirm password, so we need to copy there. The toast should be, we should copy this, and then just put everything the same, guys, so easier for us to copy paste. Okay, so also we need to have some active one here, so also true or false. It's a boolean value. Okay, so we have done. So ensure all the things there. Okay, so all present. This one we don't want. So at this point, since because our goal here is we need to reuse this package, guys, we don't validate here everything in our in this Auth API, because this one is more on the customized part here. What we can do is we have a Yabi package here, although we still have only one. We only have one model user go, so we need to add a new file here, guys. So later on we will add on. So instead of doing here, we will migrate everything to our Yabi there. So we will just remove this, guys. So this one later part we will just pass on. So there is a user endpoint. Okay, so we need to minimize this. Okay, I will create a new file here, guys, called the user. Probably this would be the user.go. Okay, so our user.go, we need to initialize this package Yabi here, and then this user go, probably we will be we need to create a new function here, guys. So at the moment we can create a new function for the create user. Remember that this Yabi package we will be exporting to or publishing it to the GitHub there, so it's easy for us to go get once we have done this project for this Yabi. We will be published there, so everyone can install it in your project, guys, in your Golang project, so you can reuse these users authentication systems. Okay, guys, so this is the very important, guys, when we have these users or something like once we have done like for example this user authentication. So once we have done this project, we can always reuse that whenever we have a new Golang project, guys. So okay, so we need a database here. Okay, but we need to install the database here first, guys. sql.db. Okay, so I think I already installed in my laptop here, so we can early on I shared with you guys. So we need to search this. If you don't install yet, okay, no. What they call this, Golang MySQL Driver. Okay, yeah, this one, guys. So this is the official Golang driver, guys. So for our MySQL, we don't use any ORM here. We will use it directly to reduce the frequency of these dependencies, guys. So we don't rely heavily there. So we straight away use the MySQL driver, because this one is sufficient enough for us to manage our MySQL database. So but it's up to you guys. If you are using a ORM there or something, then we can you can always use that, but you cannot follow in my tutorial series here. So because most likely and most probably the any frameworks there, they will create their own style, guys, or something like there is a functions there. Okay, so we will be skipping that. We don't want to use the ORM or something like GORM or something, guys. So we don't want to, and then we will straight away install this in our project. So to install, there is an installation here, guys. So I already done this. Okay, so if you want to install, then you can just copy this and then head over to here, and then you just paste, guys. So okay, so we will continuing. So create user. This is our first step to create a user, guys. So we need to create this very generic function here. So okay, probably this is the add a new user to the users collection. Okay, just say like that, guys. If you want to elaborate, you can also elaborate. Okay, so probably we just want to put, so we will accept MySQL connectivity here. I mean your DB connection, guys. This what I call the pointer for this SQL driver. Later on we will use this function. I will show you guys, no worries. Okay, so we will have this user. This one is from our struct here, from the model user. Remember in our early discussions, we have this first what I call this user struct, paired it with our MySQL database here. This is the exact thing here, guys. So okay, so we will reuse now this users struct, okay, to require information from our, okay, so user. So email configuration, probably we skip this at the moment, but later we will enhance this create user, guys, because once we created the user, our plan is to there is a two option. There is like a localized addition of a user without any email confirmation, guys, to confirm the user's registration. Then there is some certain links, then they can confirm their email address, and then the user will be, the new user's account will be activated as well. Based on our model here, there is a is active here. Okay, so in our main our payload here, because this one we targeted with the registration page. Normally when there is a user, this one is not new to all of us, because every time when we sign up for a certain website or any kind of thing there, you need to have some account, so you need to create. After you successfully created, fill up everything, all that forms there or something, and then with your username and the password, and then you click sign up or register or something, guys. Then normally the system or the any platform there, they will be sending an automatic email based on your email address that you provided from that registration form. And then after that, you will receive an email saying that there is you need to confirm your new user's account or something like that, guys. So so here you need to specify the is active. This is the key here. So these times if you say it's false, then we don't send email to, or we will send email to the users. because by default user sign up is not activated, of course, guys, because unless you are you don't want to authenticate their email address. So but that one is a very rare case, guys, so but it's up to you. Okay, so we will set this as a default one, but there's also another case. That's why we are providing this information is active, because if you set this as true, that means in your localized system there, or whatever you're using, that you don't want to, like internal users, guys, like your own staffs or employees or something like that. If you have some system that you integrate this Yabi package, then you can set this as true. When you register or create a new user, it will be automatically activated. So this is the two options that we are planning to do here in Yabi series. So but in this case, this is a user's registration is a public one, so we want to validate each of the registered email there, or new users account. We will be validating their email address, so we will be sending an email automatically to their email, and then after that they will receive, and then click that button there something, or the links. Okay, so we will continue on. Later part we will just apply, guys. So our goal is we just want to have some the decent checking of something like an empty string, so empty username, password, or something like that, guys. And then after that we will insert the users to the new user registration, okay, to our MySQL database, to test that we really can insert to our MySQL database first. Then later on we will enhance this create user. Then we will have this kind of email automatic email confirmation, okay, guys, this kind of a feature, guys. So at the moment we will just provide with this some basic information here. So we want this confirm password as well as a string. This one we don't want to put on our model here, guys, because this one is a quite irrelevant one. So we just pass on this information, guys. Also the terms of service, later I will just explain to you guys why we are having this kind of information here. Okay, so we will have this int64, and then as our return, guys, and then we'd have, of course, the standard error there. Okay, so we just want to set something here, guys. So we will use this now. We need to do some validation now, guys. Here we need to check first, of course, check if username, guys. So these are all the standard validation, guys, is empty. So we will do this. Okay, just hold on for a while, guys. Just take your coffee first, guys. Now we can use this username. Okay, is equal to okay, first 0. Then we will return with the 0 value here. This one is a very raw what do you call this programming, guys? Okay, some validation here. Then username is required, something like that, guys. Okay, so we can just return something there. Also for our okay, so this one also we need to all those required one, guys. So we need to have something like the username, email, all these things, guys. So these are all the standard here. Email, if the user never key in the email, so email address, email is required. Okay, another one is we need to check for the password. Okay, so a password, Okay, password is required. Oops, wrong spelling. Another one is the confirm password. So this time we are not using the what do you call me, directly key in this confirm password here, guys, because it's not belong this confirm password and the those not that those the terms of service is this one are all it's not we don't want to keep in the database. That's why. Okay, we just pass on to this create user function. So right now we need to have this confirm password. So confirm password is required. Okay, so another one is for this confirm password. So we have the email, username, password, terms of service. Okay, so okay, this one we need to match first, guys. Probably we need to match this what I call, if this username match with the this both password, we need to match first, match both passwords. Okay, like that. If strings that trim space, again our favorite command, confirm password not equal to strings dot trim space, and then of course this password here, and then if it is not, then we will return something here, guys. So just saying like passwords did not match, please try again and again. Okay, these are all the information that we need to send back, guys. Remember that we are in the Yabi package here, guys, so we validate everything here because this is a one-time validation, guys. So once we have done this, it's all in our Yabi package already, so we don't want to store any validation from our Auth API here, because this is your own file or customized file or something, guys. You need to provide this registration and then all the necessary validations and the mandatory required information will be all in this future package called the Yabi. So we will be storing everything here. So we just pass on this information, everything here what we are doing, and then it will do the necessary insertion to our MySQL database there. Okay, so we have done some basic what do you call this, validation here. So later we will enhance this, guys. So our goal is to insert the database there. Of course, the terms of service we will the toast there. So terms of service. Okay. Check if terms of service okay, sorry, has been checked or not. Like that. No need. Okay, so if not, this means it's false, guys. So if it false, return 0 here. Errors new. Okay, so we will have some like terms of service is required. Okay, by joining. Okay, we will try to concatenate, guys. What is our app name here? I think it's a config, and then site short name. We have site short name. Okay, so this is our site settings. I think we need site short name. So what is your settings here? You have some site short name. Okay, site full name. Okay, so Go Web, this is our site short name here, so we will just this is our Go Web, so probably we can use the same thing, Maharlikans code. So we will use the site short name here, and then we'll try to concatenate, guys, everything. So you are agreeing. Okay, hold on for a while, guys. I think this one you should you're agreeing. This one quite long really, guys, so we can just put down below there. You are agreeing to our terms and conditions. Okay, so enough. Then it will return like that. After that, we will try to insert now, guys. Okay, so before that, we will we will test first, guys, if really can send all these things. I mean, it can validate or not before we can insert first, guys, to our database there. So probably we will call that. Okay, guys, so we will continue on here. We will call that function there, guys. So we need to check first, check if is active, is true. Then we don't send an email, guys. Email confirmation to activate the new user's account. Okay, so we will check first if is active. This is active here. So this one, if it is true, guys, what we are in our payload there. So we just have this validation, and then we can have also some else statement here, so we can validate this. We will try to use now the Yabi, guys. So this one is a error here. Okay, and then we'll try the Yabi that now is the create user is existing there. So at the moment we don't have the DB connection, so we will provide it with the database connection, guys. So I think we will come back here first. We will directly insert now the insert statement, guys. So we will create that one first. Okay, so because we are in our one of our parameters here is the database, so maybe you can remove that one, but it's no point, we just straight away create our database here. So but of course we need to hash the password first, guys, and sort your plain text password. So like this one is a built-in with the Golang, guys, but I also created one package, guys. They call it the Sakto, guys, under the IT Republic there. So if we don't have this yet, so I already pre-installed in my laptop here. So hash and salt. This one you can use this one, guys. The Sakto is here. I already displayed somewhere. Yeah, this one, guys. So I already prepared. So this one this is my own package as well, guys. So everything here I what do you call this, all the necessary checking, like the email address, valid email address, or password hashing password hashing in our here. If you want to check this, you can visit to my IT Republic, then the Sakto package there. These are all the hash function that I'm calling, guys, so to generate this one using the bcrypt here, and then all these things, these are all the standard package with the Golang. This one is our helper. Every time we want to use this, all the common validation will be here, guys, like the username, to capture our time. So we that's why it's a good thing, guys, that we have our it's like a modular kind of thing. Like if you build this, you can reuse this your entire project or new project. You don't want to keep repeating, then you need to copy this function again to your individual Golang project or new Golang project. That one we don't want to repeat ourselves. This is the goal for Golang packages, guys, or any kind of programming languages, guys. So like you have some like the common functions that we need to use, or the common utilities that we need to use. So in my case, I created this Sakto. Sakto means in my own language they call it what they call this is a correct one, something like some kind of a validation, guys. So these are all the common validations, like is email here. I already predefined all these things, guys. So we just want to validate. This one is a tested one, and then URL also, if a URL is correct or not, all these things. Then the IP address, time, parse, and many more here, guys. You need to parse float to string, all these things, guys. Every time I encounter new common functions, I will update here in our Sakto package here in IT Republic. So okay, so if you are not yet installing this, you can probably use this, guys. This one is open source also, so you can install like this, go get, and then IT Republic, then the Sakto package. Then there is some sample here in my common one. In this case is the password thing. So this one is a very common as well, or what you call any kind of email validation, all these things, guys. So we will use that. So in this case, I'm using the hash and the salt. Okay, so that every time you don't want to use or call all those codes, so every time in one line only is good, guys. So in this case, it requires a byte. Of course, this one is a bcrypt kind of thing, and then you need to key in the user's password or the plain text password from the user side. I mean, when they submit the user registration forms. Okay, so return 0 if any errors there, and then just return back to the user. Okay, so we have done this. Now we can insert the new users information here, guys. So we can just insert now. We will use the Golang's built-in MySQL DB driver, guys. So right now we can reuse our con here, and then we use the prepare statement. In this case, double quote, and then we can do the insert into. In this case, I will Yabi user, because this Yabi user, guys, remember that in our model there, this is the Yabi user here. So we can use this constant here to use that. Ensure that you have this table name, guys, called Yabi user, okay, in your MySQL database. So in this case, probably we can do the insert now. Okay, so insert statement here. So we will do like our username. This is our field name, guys, from our MySQL table. Okay, so email, we need this, and then the first name, and then what else? I think we need to put this down. Okay, hold on, guys. It's quite long. Okay, first name, and then okay. Hold on, guys. I need to concatenate all these things, and then bring this down. Okay, so we can now bring it over. Okay, maybe later part. Okay, we just add on all these things, guys. Middle name, later I will just sometimes confusing. suffix is super user, and then is admin, and then date join, and then is active. Okay, so we will have this, and then okay guys, to capture our time, I I pre-fill up for you all these things, guys. So this is what we have done. This is for the insert statement using this prepare statement from this Golang MySQL database, MySQL driver, guys. So we will do the necessary, like the insert into all the necessary fields here, and then with this question mark is all the values inside. So ensure that whatever you have here, how many fields that you are providing here, like in this case is, I think it's a 13, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, so 11 fields here that we need to do the insert statement. So ensure that your question mark here, this is for our arguments parameters, guys, to fill in all the information from the users. So after this, any error, then you just return with the error, guys. Don't proceed with the rest here. So if we have no errors from this statement here, then we can proceed with this insert statement. Okay, so all this username from the user's side, we will insert, guys, so to our MySQL table, and then this what do you call, we need to get the last inserted ID, guys. So I also created this new field here called new function called get last inserted ID. So in this case, we will use the query row from, of course, from the MySQL driver, and then we will just select with the ID there. So ensure that we have the ID here, guys. This is the ID here. This is our primary ID with the auto increment number and auto increment value. So we will get the latest ID there, and then we just this what do you call, the distance limit one with the scan feature. This is the query row, guys. It will only fetch one row. Okay, so this one is very fast also, so no need to worry about the what they call this the slowness or something. This one is from the Golang MySQL driver itself. Okay, so this one will always fetch these are some information here. These are all the you can fetch with one row, guys. Okay, so these are all the background here, all the arguments. If you want to go with deeper when you reach this query row function. So okay, need to fast track a bit, guys. And then right now here in our create user, we can now specify something, our MySQL database, guys. Okay, so I think we are dragging too much of time, guys, so we will continue about this probably in our next discussion, guys. We will continue this, and then we can probably insert the database new row there. Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, we will continue, and guys, I don't want to drag too much of time. It's too much of time already we can spend. So probably in our next discussion, sure, we can insert the table there. So keep watching on this series, guys, because this one is not quite straightforward. But once we have done this project, the Yabi project, definitely it's very useful in our Golang's projects. Every time we have a Golang web project, of course there is a user's authentication system there, and then we can just reuse this, and then to speed up our workload, so we can focus on our requirement only. So we all have done this, and then the user's registration, so no need for us to redo every time we have done this project. Then we just, or if you have existing there, then you just copy paste or something. But in this case, our end goal for this is to publish this on our GitHub there, and then we can just reuse every time in our project. We just use go get, and then we can supply this required information. No worries, guys. We will. This one is a bit huge topic as well, because this one we will go in detail every time we need to validate all this. One is critical also, because we need to validate all these users. So this one is it can fit, because we have designed this Yabi authentication system as some kind of a generic users authentication, so you can reuse okay, so reuse back all this information to your system. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel so that you can have more videos like this, and to also to honor our my time here, of course. Please consider subscribing, so that it's a win-win solution, guys. So thank you so much for watching. May God bless us all. Thank you, and bye bye.